Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Trails Through Daybreak Part 126. In the previous video, we're pretty much done with all our shenanigans. We did our connection events, we did our last little main story event, well, the simulations, which I got a little tilted by because, well, my controller was rebelling against me. But we're better now, and now we're going to get to go to the Auber district, which is, woo-wee, that's where the rich people live. Ain't that right, Anyas?
Who's with you?
Gathered all the information there is to gather. Should we take on those monsters? Please don't actually be monsters. Please be a cover for us to meet down in the sewers and talk about cool plot shit. They contacted the rest of their group and agreed to meet with them at the nearby subway station. They then rode the train together. What? They have trains in Calvert? I thought they only had cars. Catcher be like, I rode my dog here. Dog's faster than the train. It's the capital of Calvert. Oh, that cathedral's huge! That's Edith Cathedral. It's the second largest cathedral in all of Calvert. What's the largest? Biggest one's up north, right? Wait. Oh, we're in the same uniform as Anya's. Is that your school? That it is. That's Armis Academy. I've never experienced the whole school life thing, so I'm kind of jealous you get to. Wait till you get your first homework assignment. It's a really famous school, too. I considered applying myself at one point. If there are any more out-of-the-world students like that purple-haired chick, I bet it'd be a fun time. Rena's a rather special case, I'm afraid. I also suspect our math and science curriculums would be too easy for someone who helps at the Institute of Science like you, Katra. Yeah, it's the type of school that's like, you know, it's a mark of, you put that shit on your resume and they're like, okay, we know you're connected. Let's switch our brains to work mode, people. We can access the abandoned subway line from a side road next to the cathedral, correct? Don't act like you don't know. That's right, I'll show you the way. That building further down the road is our dormitory. This one next to us is the famous cake shop. Oh yeah, from the start of the game. Yep, the famous Andalusia Pastiere. It's owned by a legendary pastier who's a master of his craft and whose limited edition seasonal cakes are always the talk of town. Some work mode brains. The cakes you guys let me try have all been amazing, so I'm not surprised they're famous. Nina's brought me some stuff from there too, and I couldn't agree more. Perhaps we can treat ourselves to some cakes on the way back to the office when the task is complete. What about we have some cakes now so we have the extra energy to complete our task, and then on the way back we have some more cakes to refill our energy reserves. Ain't that right, Van? I like how it's like a super posh district and then there's like the rusty ass decrepit dumpster. So they're not actually gonna let me explore. I did kind of... At first I was like, oh, they're for sure gonna let me explore, but then when we got here I was like, oh no, this is feeling like when it was like the Side-An district. This place sure is creepy. Never knew there was a railway under the city. Aaron, flick her forehead. Probably hasn't seen any use in over a decade. That's correct, actually. Records indicate it was abandoned 12 years ago when the subway was expanded. It has been left untouched ever since. Thanks to that, it's become a nesting ground for monsters. Hey, where do monsters come from? This is a good find. I'll be sure to make a good use of this place when I'm doing my heists. I'm a little puzzled as to why we were sent down here, particularly at a time like this. They're carrying on like it's business as usual. It pisses me off. I think there's more to this case than it seems. Oh? Dead monsters. Those are clean cuts. Whoever did this is clearly a master of their craft. I wonder who it was. Could be a rival from another field, I guess. Either way, the CID gave us a job, so let's get it done. What's going on? The monster's supposed to be a fair way inside, so let's pick up the pace. But my chest? He's moving? He's schmoving? That's kind of funny. Hello. Goodbye. Just popping through. Just out. Big hurry. Big hurry. Can't sign any autographs right now. Maybe later.
Treasure.
Damn right. We love the treasure here. Hopefully we'll get some sapithis.
Huh, looks like a chest.
Gold amulet prevents death blow. That's probably not gonna happen to me, man. Hey, Anyas, you want to have prevent death blow real quick? Your accessories are the most useless. Like, you have the worst. And you being able to not get instant killed so you can res seems kind of good. If that is going to be a thing we're about to go through. What were the regular stats on it? I'd rather have the... I mean, 20 strength is kind of shit, but... You do get the rot and freeze resist. See, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's Elaine would be our sword part. I mean, I can't think of any other sword people.
Some nobodies.
And since we already set up that she's off, like, you know, mad.
Looks like some good loot.
Or it could be a new character. I can't think of any new... Well, obviously, if it's a new character, I wouldn't know them, but...
Oh, I smell treasure.
Oh, wait, what was that? I didn't even read that. It was something new. Oh, the space casty. Don't we? So we do have this extra act. I thought I gave that to Anyas. Oh, I meant to, but I didn't. You know what? I'll give it to you, since I guess we're going to be using you some. What's what do you have for your auto quick stuff, Van? It's wind and time on the EX slot. You could get that. Maybe. And you already have. Okay, take your strike. Put that here. How much do you need for it? Ah, you need 7. That's really annoying. Okay, we don't think we could get it unless we open another line because none of these give anything but Mirage. Oh well. What about Aaron? Okay, you actually could make use of it. The wind and time. Don't I have an action 3 on you? The hell, Catra? You been holding on to that shit? You need a little bit more time. A little bit more time. Alright.
I dig the vibe of this place. Visiting abandoned ruins is kind of fun to me. Weird as that sounds.
I mean...
You aren't the only one. There's been a recent uptick in people frequenting these sorts of places.
You got a problem, buddy?
Yeah, much to the chagrin of the guild.
I don't know if I call them ruins. I mean, they're still... I mean, can you call something a ruin after it's only been abandoned for like a decade? Seems like a little bit of exaggeration.
Now we're talking. That one looks tough.
Yeah, does look tough. Let's run away. We wouldn't want to battle him.
Huh, looks like a
Sapith.
chest.
Come on, guys. Where's my Sapith chest?
There are even more monster corpses here.
It's the only way to get
Who's
Sapith
doing
in
all
the
this?
dang game, man.
I see slash marks everywhere. Could it be her? I wouldn't be surprised. I'm getting worried.
I don't know.
Hey,
We do
say we
need an
take
excuse
5.
to fight in the lane, right? I mean... That just feels like that's a battle that should happen at some point, just for funsies. That's a boss arena if I've ever seen one, partner. The hell? Who's that guy?
Elaine!
I'm going to need you to fall back, Elvis. I'll take care of these.
What? No! That's too much to handle, even for you.
Damn. She's incredible. I recognize her. She's one of the guild's A-rank bracers, right? Have you not met Elaine yet? I guess not. Knew it. Oh, what are you guys doing here? I'm glad you're alright. You can hang back for this one. Make sure she comes out of this unscathed. Anyas, Judith and I are gonna join up with Elaine. The rest of you can take on the other one. Understood. Leave it to us. And I think she's got it. Got it in the damn delay stun lock. She's really going all out. I heard rumors about Beauty's Blade strength, but they don't do her justice. You sure she needs backup? Maybe not, but she's throwing caution to the wind here. And I don't like it, not one bit. Elaine, we're here to help! It's not you, she's completely absorbed in our fight. What's the plan? I don't think we can just jump into the fray.
You're hopeless, Van. It's a good thing I'm here to babysit you. You'd be a lost cause without me.
Shut up, Lainey! And what do you mean by babysit? I'm older than you! Ah, you two are such children. I suppose it's up to me to teach you how to behave.
Van does like the youngest one there.
Get a grip, Laney!
Van? Why are you...
Is this an off day or something? Your blade works sloppy and you're totally oblivious to your surroundings. Now look over there!
Yeah, 1 damage.
My assistants have that one unlocked, so we'll lend you a hand here.
Fine, then.
You have my support. We'll take it down in no time. Rawr, motherfuckers, everybody, I'm just chilling in my damn sword. A bunch of people showed up and started fucking with me, man. This shit ain't fair.
You'll never get it. There's nothing I can't swipe. Grimcat, coming your way. Finish him, Van.
And that does use a turn. So we haven't really ever used it. Probably shouldn't have done it while you're stealth, but I don't know.
We should go on the attack.
I'm going to. Give me like 1 damn second. We're just farming our auto clicks, man. You wouldn't understand my grand strategy.
Your turn, Judith!
Bet this'll sting. Criminal! Do you mind, Elaine?
So what is it? It said, so your transformation, it says adds magic damage. Does that just mean like it's just a boost to your arts? Or does it add magic damage on top of your normal attack? It didn't really seem like you did all that much more damage. I guess maybe you are meant to be a caster, you just arts, your base arts aren't that good, or maybe because you just don't have any accessories on you.
Engaging skill.
This is it! Kaleido! Fixer! On yes!
Yeah, you guys have fun over there. Are you really weak to wind? This is where I would cast my wind spell.
Going all in.
Activating drive. There!
Oh, you've been scolded.
My move now.
How does that make you feel? Does that make you
This'll
real
hurt.
embarrassed? You're like, oh no, I've been scolded.
Dice you up.
I won't lose. Ha-ha!
Taking point. Engaging
Stop
skill.
now, Lane. A chance. This'll hurt.
Van, your turn.
It's over. Your turn, Judith.
Yep.
Bet this'll sting.
Keep it up. It's working.
Bet this'll sting. Criminal here. They flinch.
Chance.
You need to do 8K.
A chance. Ha!
Oh god, he's roaring. He's roaring.
This'll hurt.
Van, your turn.
I'll dice you up.
We can win. Focus unleashed. Engaging
Stop
skill.
now, Lane.
Oh, you fucker.
On yes. Can't beat me. Ha, yeah. Finish him, Van.
This'll
I haven't really been
hurt.
doing that here lately.
That's it?
Chance. This'll hurt.
But my controller is very mad at me.
This'll hurt.
Van, your turn.
You're crushed.
Motherfucker.
Chance! It'll...
We can win. Try focus unleashed. Engaging skill.
Sucker.
Taking engaging skill.
Oh, radiant wings.
It seemed like it was working fine, then we got in fucking combat again.
Boost gauge upgraded.
Problem is, they make controllers too damn expensive these days, man. And it's like I just can't justify spending the money for what's a minor inconvenience. Plus, I think as I've mentioned several different times, I don't want to reward them for their controller being shit by buying another. Yeah, made short work of that one. I guess I could get like a jank ass third party one, but I don't know. You guys all right? Those are such a coin flip where it's like sometimes they're indistinguishable from your like first party controllers, and sometimes they're complete garbage. Listen, none of the incident in Cocaine is a shock. It did for all of us. You can't lose your cool like this. And A-rank bracers got to be calm and composed even when the going gets tough. Who do you think you're... Take some deep breaths. Everything's gonna be fine. There'll be trying times ahead, sure. But we'll get through them. Just gotta take things one step at a time. That goes for everyone here, not just you and me.
I know that. I know that! I'm trying so hard to stay calm. But even still, No, I couldn't protect them. I'm supposed to be a beacon of strength for the people, and I failed them. If only I didn't let that man escape back in Longport. No, even before that. If I just hadn't...
Sounds like you're bottling something up. You need someone to lend an ear? I'm here for it.
Are you really? Then tell me, Van. Why did you leave me?
Sorry, I don't know what came over me. We defeated both of our targets, so we may not have done so without your timely aid. Apologize for how I treated you back there. You were there. Lane? Gonna take my leave now. I still have other work to do. I'll make certain you get compensated for your position of the work, or portion of the work. The loss of Dingo Brad was nothing short of a tragedy. There were times when he beat us to the punch, but his intelligence proved indispensable on a number of occasions. Same for me too. If you can, try and keep an eye on that Tyrell Times reporter. She's getting dangerously close to the criminal underworld, and she doesn't seem to be taking any of my warnings to heart. We're leaving. Wait! She's just as strong as everyone claims. A little worried about her now. Could have compelled her to be so reckless in that fight. Also... Well, I guess you know the presidential aid sent us down here. So what's next? Should we go check up on that reporter? That might be prudent. If she is closing in on the criminal underworld, then she can only be headed to one place. The so-called Blacklight District, correct? Yeah, if she's there, we gotta drag her out. That place is crawling with criminals of all shapes and sizes. I wonder how she found out about that place, though. Dingo never would've... I mean, she's a reporter. It's not that hidden, presumably. Dingo never would have told her about it or shared its location with her. Well, there's more than one way to crack an egg. Right, she could have found out from some of our other connections. I'm worried about her. I mean, this is the lady that broke the ghost ship story. You can't act like she doesn't know what she's doing. Let's find her. Can't hurt to check and see if she's alright. I agree. We should head straight there. There's no time to waste.
Well done, everyone.
Mirror deposit confirmed.
Woo. Yep. Anything over here? Any secret chests? No need to venture any deeper at this point? Alright, okay, fine. Fuck me then. And they didn't have a dang Sapith chest? That's like illegal. How am I supposed to get Sapith, man? Head to the Blacklight District? Yeah. Hey, no smoking, gang.
Huh? That is you, isn't it, Judith? Did you dye your hair?
Judith, you're still in disguise. Nope, nothing like that. I mean, isn't that like way more suspicious? I was just trying out a new wig. What's up, Nina? Didn't I tell you you wouldn't be back for a while? Or I did tell you I wouldn't be back for a while, didn't I?
You did, but Mr. Gotti insisted that I get in touch with you right away. He's pushing the whole film industry to release a statement and make a donation in response to Cray.
Yeah? At the same time, shouldn't, like... I feel like if your city gets destroyed by a nuclear bomb, I feel like that's like the government's gotta take responsibility for that shit. I mean, private donations are cool and all, but, I really feel like they should be covered. They shouldn't have to have their hands out. I'm a little tied up, so I can't do anything right this second, I'm afraid. Can you call back tonight?
Of course. Take care and talk to you later then.
You too, thanks. That's a big surprise coming from the director. Doesn't feel like him. Maybe he's the type to take action when shit hits the fan? Indeed! He strikes me not only as a passionate man, but a compassionate one as well. For sure. Well, I'm with him. I'm not gonna let this tragedy stand, not as someone in the film industry or as a thief. Or as a human being with emotions and empathy and feelings and stuff. We're absolutely gonna have to take Almada down for this, but we have to know what we're up against if we're gonna protect all we can. Exactly. Couldn't agree more.
I can't help but worry about her sometimes. She's a little too single-minded for her own good. Though I suppose that's why she's the genuine article. Unlike me. Hello? Any news to report? I see. So that's where the filming will be taking place. Just as we thought. The only question now is who the final cast will be. We don't have long until the shoot begins, it seems.
Flick her forehead. I mean, I guess maybe it does kind of, I mean, I don't know if her phone would be wiretapped, but in theory, I guess it does make some sense to speak in code there. As opposed to many of the other times in the series where they speak in code for no real reason. I never would have imagined there was a place like this in Edith for coming here. I'm not surprised. And is it just me, or does this district seem more on edge than usual? It makes sense that it would be. I imagine a number of secret agents are down here investigating after what happened. I'd assume so too. This may be the closest thing Edith has to a lawless district, but the authorities can't afford to turn a blind eye right now. Guess we should snoop around the shops and see if anyone else seen that reporter anywhere. Let's get moving. This feels like... I hope it's not them who are here. Especially not that person. Armada just had to go out the deep end, didn't they? I don't buy the whole show of force bit personally. There's got to be more to it than that. Just my gut feeling. I'm feeling it too. It's going to knock my supply routes out of commission. Business is going to be real tough for a while.
What will it be? I'll be seeing you.
Blacklight District's packed with people these days. It's a madhouse, I swear. Some are selling, some are snooping, some are just doing whatever they darn well please. It's hard to know what's going on anymore. Haven't you said this before? Oh, I guess you didn't refresh the dialogue for everyone.
What are you doing?
Did you hear that? Yep.
Let go of me! I said let go!
Dang old revenge spirit. You were the one who started piling on the questions. Nothing in life comes free, young lady. Now you get to enjoy our rightful reward. Someone needs to go back to Sunday school, because that sure doesn't sound like the definition of rightful to me. Who the hell are you guys? Arcade Solutions? Oh god, not them! She really was down here? Are those people Jaegers? I don't think so. That getup they're wearing looks familiar though. I think their name is Bugbear? Oh my god. Ah, them. Their threat level is a mere C-. Hey, C-? Boss! Is that one of the higher letters in the alphabet? Is that good? You looking for a fight, lady? Man, this sucks. We were gonna take advantage of and the mess Armada made and finally get her name out there. Oh, this state of emergency crap's got us stuck where we are. It's pissing me off. Wow, what a bunch of losers. No wonder they're called Jaeger dropouts. I'm sure they've still seen enough combat to be a problem, though. I'm not. I only just realized they got some real lookers with them too. Guess we'll have to have some fun after we show them who's boss. The lookers in question, at least half of them are children. This is so dumb. Time to take them down.
Let's see what
really?
you're
You're
made of.
gonna make me fight them?
No, you don't!
I mean, I would have thought having Van say this is so dumb would be a, you know, evidence that we don't really need to do this fight, but whatever.
How about the floor with them?
It's working!
How about the floor with them?
Send you flying!
No, you don't! I'll take you on!
Hey lady, have you thought about casting? Holy shit, you're slow. What?
Going all in.
What do you mean you can't hit? What the fuck?
Too slow. A chance. Got a whole slew of them.
I just want to get my fucking juice.
Dice you up. Payback time.
It's go time! I'll crush them all at once! I'll crush them all at once!
Eat this!
Oh, there's your thingy. So it does work the way I thought it worked, but not the way it's written, really, because chance of delay follow-up attack makes it sound like you're a chance to delay the enemy follow-up attack, but the enemy doesn't have a follow-up attack. You should get enough to do it again, right? Aren't you kind of close? Oh, you're 97? 97?
No. Nice. Moving on up.
I won't stop here.
2 regular tier bombs. Brother, we're 100 hours in. That was just pathetic. Their threat level is closer to a D or D minus, it would seem. Damn, man, I thought these guys were just a bunch of rookies. Fine, have it your way. Reinforcements coming in. Doggies? Of course, they'd have military monsters at their beck and call. It's not gonna be easy fighting off this many while defending her. It's okay, this is where the NPC comes in. It's like the tables have turned, huh? Figures though, these days Calvert's full of wusses who are so used to peace they've forgotten how to fight. But like, we're winning. The Hayway would just roll over too. Maybe we should try getting ourselves hired by the new big boys in town. How can you suggest that? Do you even understand what you're saying?
Hey, you would just roll over, would they?
Huh? Oh man, it's fucking gym leader Blaine. Wait. Geen? What just happened?
Well, you aren't putting up much of a fight. Perhaps you ought to consider hanging up the Jaegers uniform if you cannot act the part.
Those are... I heard rumors, but I've never seen them in person. Their strength is supposed to be comparable to hers. ... Ain't no fucking way. I need... Once again, I am begging you to stop comparing random fucking NPCs to actual main characters who have done impressive shit in the canon. How many Septirions have they destroyed? Just saying. Just saying. Don't be scared. We have the upper hand in numbers. Yeah, deploy all the military might.
So that you don't misunderstand, we are not the main threat you face here.
What? Oh, there's a dude. Wolfies? Ow!
That is a shame. Your prowess is sorely lacking.
Isn't that the guy we passed on the way to Longlaw? Oh, the one on that giant Etos bike. Oh.
I must apologize. I see I overdid it some. Oh, I did restrain myself.
Nah, man, those dogs ain't never shown mercy in their entire friggin' career in this series.
That's a good boy. No trouble caused, no trouble faced.
I'm still not forgiving all you dog motherfuckers for Sky.
So then,
every annoying battle.
what will the rest of you be doing?
Had 18 dogs in it. Excuse us, sir. We're leaving now. Anti-pro life for the best visual effects, huh? He sent both man and monster flying through the air.
I would expect no less from the famed lion. Your strength only seems to have grown since your active days.
I no longer go by that name, and I would very much appreciate you forgetting it. Thank you for leading me here, Elder.
Not at all. That wasn't the only reason I came here. And I'm sure, with circumstances as they are, that I am going to be relying on you significantly in the days to come.
I see.
It's good to see you all again. I hadn't expected we would meet so soon upon my arrival.
Can't believe two old cod just rolled up right and hogged all the limelight. What are you even doing here?
Our course of action has been decided, you see. AU's response to currently unfolding events.
So your preparations are complete then?
Indeed. The mists have cleared, and we have exactly the number of pieces that we require.
Uh-huh.
Until the matter has been fully resolved, we will also be assuming control of the Blacklight District. That is in accordance with our agreement with this nation's supreme authority.
Man, I'm starting to think this president, because he's kind of like a piece of shit, sells out the Science City to the private corporations, let the gangs have control of the underclass. And the president signed off on this? What do you mean by the mists have cleared? You wouldn't get it.
It's time you decided your next move. Though I would suggest you listen to what my friend here has to say before doing so. Farewell for now, Aaron. I will be in touch.
Don't go turn it into a demon monster again or whatever. Hey! Man, how did you come all this way in person? Clown's probably still in Longport, but now I really want to know what the pieces you mentioned refer to. Are you alright, Van?
Yep. This is him, alright. This is how he's always been. He looks normal on the surface, yet everything he does is batshit crazy. Like wandering off with some stupid dangerous object back when he was younger.
That certainly brings back memories. Yet I have discarded my past now, and I would ask that you discard it as well.
Yeah?
My old greenhorn student, Van.
This is Van's former master? The one he said was like a father to him?
The one who was also mega super dead. But I guess, you know, it is a Trails game.
But wasn't he...
I've got more to say than there are stars in the sky. But let me start with
The only
this.
reason I'm gonna let them get away without complaining about it too much is that at least he had never really shown up proper, so it wasn't... You know, it's not the same as when they pretended to kill off Oliver, right?
Why are you still alive when you supposedly died 3 years ago? Master Barkhorn!
I am Bergard Zeman.
He's Zeman. He's
Though I
the
was
man.
once known by another name. I see you have brought quite a number of fledglings under your wing, Van. Very interesting.
Okay. For the record, they showed up on our front doorstep. This is the dead man who's back from the grave. Mind sharing how you managed that?
That is a very long story. Another time, perhaps.
Honestly, fuck you. This was the one thing that would have made me rescind my agreeableness. It's so annoying.
Hard to believe it's already been 5 years. Even harder to believe you're the same troublemaker I once
I
knew.
just hate when they drop some shit that's like, in theory, like, deserves an explanation, and then they just say no.
And that those same words of wisdom would come from your mouth, no less. I see you are living in accordance with your own principles.
I didn't do anything. I just echoed the words of a much wiser man. Is my man being bashful? Never thought I'd see the day. It's certainly a rare sight. It's rather cute, to be honest. Oh, shove it! Well, you did a good job of putting Mariel at ease. Yeah, I think you hope to regain some of her old spirit. Remember just like it was yesterday.
I'm so sorry for all the trouble I caused you. I'm such an idiot. I just got tunnel vision and let myself get all carried away. Dingo always warned me about this. But look at me. I haven't learned a thing.
Mariel.
Well, I ain't gonna tell you not to push the envelope. That's in a reporter's job description.
True.
Just make sure you don't forget what Dingo said. Think about what you can do and what you want to do. You'll find a clue on how to move forward in the gap between the two.
That's pretty good advice. You used to tell me that a lot back when we first met. As long as you don't stop thinking, there's gonna be a way to bridge that gap. You just gotta find it. We're working on his last request right now. We won't be able to do it alone. We're planning to make up for our shortcomings with the help from others. Hell, wouldn't be surprised if that brought us to you before long. We'll need help from more than shady folks. So keep your head high. And let's all do the jobs we're best for. If nothing else, then to prove his words right.
Right. I don't know how much of a contribution I'll be able to make, but I'll start being more mindful of my cans and wants. And I'll do it while finding a way to move forward.
We cut right before Erin popped up to say something about her cans. Those words are quite touching, very befitting of you and Mr. Brad. They resonated deeply with me as well. Thinking about the gap between what I can do and what I want to do is an interesting thought experiment, if nothing else. Cans. Can we please move on from this topic? Yeah, I should let my employees introduce themselves. Yes, you go first. My name is... What? Wow, that's quite a history. Honestly, I had trouble keeping up with it all. So you were among the 12 knights who led the church's Grail Knights. Heard much about your various exploits, Roaring Lion. It's a famous name in a lot of circles, so it's not surprising.
Once again, that name is no longer mine. I would ask that you keep that in mind.
Now I know he passed you on the way to Longline. Arranged our invitation there? I'm guessing a few others played a part in that as well. Namely Professor Hamilton, AOA's future elder, the Crown Prince of Elslime, and former President Rocksmith, am I correct?
Bullseye. I happen to be acquainted with all of them, including the Grand Prince of Elslime and Elder Guillen.
How long do you think Rocksmith has a political ad that's like under President Rocksmith that were exactly 0 nuclear bombs detonated on Calvardian citizens? You think they got that one cooked? Like how long do you have to wait before you run that political ad? Like, how many days does it have to be before you can run that?
The former president was anxious to make your acquaintance, and I believe meeting him would prove to be beneficial for your future.
Like, that's the ultimate trump card in the debates, man. Anytime somebody criticizes you, you say, yeah, but, sorry, didn't have a nuclear bomb blow up under my watch, so...
Though it pains me that a well-intentioned invitation coincided with such a horrific tragedy.
Hey, it's not like you could have seen that one coming. Even if we hadn't been in Longline, it would have been powerless to stop it regardless. Yeah, the only one who could have foretold that would be the goddess herself. Anyway, I knew you gone off the Empire after you finished training me 5 years ago. And I heard you bit the dust during a border dispute in Nord. You said you laid down your life protecting one of your students? But here you are, alive and well. You cheated to death and carried on living, just without your title and mark. I won't pry on what you've been doing all these years, but can you at least tell me why you never contacted me? Dramatic tension?
Before I answer, I should note that you were not the only one in the dark. I did not reach out to my other students either, and I never intended to do so. I wanted you all to walk your own paths.
Van also be like, why didn't I get a magic stigma? What the fuck, man?
And I intended to leave my survival a secret. A trump card that I could pull out in the wake of a crisis.
But like, aren't you, I mean, no offense, but significantly less of an influence now that you don't have your magic powers? Bah. Guess you figured it was just time to play that card then. Help us with this crisis?
Correct. I have news regarding the Mafia Almada and the assassins of the Gardens. Their whereabouts were discovered several hours ago.
What? Where?
Almada's leader and executives, as well as the Garden's overseers, have established a new base, and it is located in a city within this very country. What's more, that information has been passed around to all the major players in this nation.
Wait, all of them? I mean, doesn't this just scream trap? Guess that means the army, the police, and the guild are all in the know. I assume Heiwa and other Jaeger Corps are also aware of this new base?
Yes. I imagine they are all preparing to take action at this very moment.
I'm just saying, if the guys who we know have devastating nuclear weapons are like, hey guys, you should all come here and fight us, I don't know if I'm going.
This country's supreme authority is no exception. They have resolved to quell the unfolding chaos. And they will do so by any means necessary, even if that involves fighting one evil with another.
That's what Guy was talking about earlier. I'm sure many Jaeger Corps will be all over this, my people included. Marduk HQ will likely be making their move as well. You can't be serious. All these groups are going to flood the city at once? So where do you stand on all this, Master? By the sounds of it, these people are going to try and capture Almada alive or go after their heads. Some might even aiming to get their grubby little hands on one of those nuclear devices. That would be really bad. Granted, don't know how likely that is, just having one of those things to make you public enemy number one. Ain't a stretch though, there's plenty of historical precedent for groups using artifacts as weapons. So given the stakes, what are you planning to do?
As it stands, I am effectively dead. If the people of my former home decide to act, I will not join them, nor stand in their way. However, now that the gift of life has been bestowed upon me once more, I intend to honor it by supporting the youths whose futures are so bright.
Can we also talk about how the fact that you, like, staged your death and then disappeared right before the, like, a world-ending crisis happened? Where literally everybody almost died? And you're like, oh, this shit is not important. Mafia doing stuff? Real shit. World-ending ancient god is resurrected? I sleep.
And also, to keep them safe from venomous fiends, like these unwanted guests of yours.
I mean, I don't know if I'd call Aaron and them that. Uh-oh. What? We're busy in here. Fred, you have to come back another day.
That's so. What a shame. And after we came all this way to give you a job. And a little souvenir from your reporter friend.
Get in here.
Knew that'd reel you in. Thanks, bud.
Do excuse us.
I feel like wouldn't you just arrest these two on site? Or at least try to? You'd be like, you motherfuckers are suspicious. You're being detained. Habeas corpus is suspended. I recognize you two. It's the shady duo from the titty bar. I also met you back in Longline.
Oh, you recognized me after all?
Gonna be honest, I forgot that was you.
Nice to finally meet you all.
I'm gonna be honest, I
ladies
completely
and
forgot these two
gentlemen
people
of
existed
Arkwright
as well.
Solutions.
In my defense, there was like a month and a half long gap between like us doing Tharbad and now. Actually, maybe like 2 months.
Oh, now there's a face I never thought I'd see again.
Oh, neither did I. Tell me, what's a dead man doing out of his coffin?
I was granted life once more, and I don't need to tell you the reason why, because you already know.
No need to give us the death glare, you old fossil. We've traded many friendly blows in the past, haven't we? Why don't we bury the hatchet? Let's be like the Jaegers. Embrace yesterday's foe as today's friend.
I do like how he's called man with facial hair. Like, that's the least distinctive feature about him. It's like shaggy hair, ostentatious coat, facial tattoo, crazy eyes, weird-ass shirt. I would put all of those before facial hair. I mean, dude barely has any facial hair. Like, right now, you literally can't even see the facial hair because he has such a tiny amount of it. Right on to decline. Had the Azure Abyss or the Late Steel Maiden made the suggestion, I would have entertained the thought. Not for you, though. Never in a million years.
He's got your number, dear. No one will ever reconcile with you. And for that, you've no one to blame but yourself.
You're on thin ice. But your words are laced with the truth, venomous though they are.
Hey, no domestic abuse in the office, alright? I get it now. He said while totally not getting it. You're the guy the direwolf and Ren warned us about. You're part of Ouroboros then? Nope! Actually, new secret society you ain't even heard about. And one of their highest ranking members at that. Okay.
The name's Elroy
Kinda figured
Harwood.
one of them
I'm the fourth Anguis.
was, because like, I think the Oathbreaker's like the main Ouroboros member that we've had mentioned.
But you can just call me the Oathbreaker. Everyone does.
Okay,
I
you're
am
the
enforcer number 3, Lucrezia Isoli.
assassin lady.
I'm delighted to make your acquaintance, Arkwright Solutions.
Put that away. This is a smoke-free building.
Really now? Very well. I promise I won't smoke in here. Ooh, accidentally went and made an oath there. And I can't afford to keep those.
Okay, that's pretty good.
I've got a reputation and a title to uphold, you see. Gotta break an oath or two from time to time.
From time to time. You break oaths and rules as easily as you breathe.
I won't smack you in the face.
True, true.
Ugh.
Anyway, on to business. I want you to go on a little trip for me.
Are you for real? You're joking.
What? You're not up for it? Strange. I thought I heard you took work from anyone.
I mean, we still get to decide whether we do it. Yeah, the worst reasonable if I like you and your likability is going up in smoke faster than the tobacco in that cigar. I know you guys are after Almada. Hell, you probably know where they're at, too. Before we ask you where that is, I need to know what you've come to us.
You gotta be kidding me. Do I really gotta spell it out? It's 'cause you kids will make things way more fun.
Fun? How can you even say that? There's nothing fun about this whole ordeal. Don't waste your energy on this guy. He isn't someone you can appeal to with logic or reason.
The Society's already decided its course of action for this whole thing, and I'm leading the charge. Enforcer number 3 will be backing me up, and so will Enforcer number 8, who you already know so well.
Okay, thanks, because I did not remember his number at the top of my head.
The goal's to round up the members of Almada and the Gardens, and murder every last one of them.
That seems unlikely. Murders don't really stick in this universe. I see. And you ain't doing it in the name of justice, I'm guessing.
Nope. Had they kept to their little dog and pony shows, we wouldn't lay a finger on them. Honestly, I rather enjoyed kicking back and watching them wreak havoc. But they've become a threat to our plans now, and we can't have that. If those little bugs want to punch above their weight, then we'll crush them beneath our feet.
Though no doubt it will be easier said than done.
And besides, even if they somehow beat us, we'll just join up with them and say it was all part of our master plan the whole time. We actually wanted to lose, dummies.
They're both troublesome and insidious, and some rather formidable guests will be joining their party.
Right, you all have some fierce competition.
Everyone's got different aims here. Some want them brought to justice. Some want them dead and buried. Heiue will surely be joining the fray, and I'll bet the Jaeger Corps will be after their bounty. I'm guessing Marduk HQ will be there too, yeah?
More than likely. The guild won't stand idly by either. Same goes for the Grail Knights. Artifacts are involved in this after all. Wouldn't be surprised if other forces from the church showed up as well.
All right. You got students in other parts of the church, not just the Gralsritter. Things are gonna get interesting then. Must be tough being a master. I don't envy you.
If that is what fate has in store, then I will follow it. You needn't concern yourself with me.
Regardless, that should serve as the basic overview of the situation. Almada and the gardens will not be the only sources of mischief in that city.
Are we ever gonna say that name, which city it is? No? Okay, fine. Fuck me, I guess.
One wrong move and the whole affair could turn into an indiscriminate bloodbath. So someone ought to keep an eye on the little guys, don't you think?
I'm trying to think, like, what's... I mean, there's Arasion, which is apparently a city. Because for the longest time I was thinking it was like a city-state, kind of like Rumiferia, or like Principality. But that would be my guess, since Van also has history there. In other words, civilians might get killed and you aren't going to look after them. You guys are scum. Almada really does have another nuclear weapon in their possession. We have no other choice to get involved.
You can use whatever justification you want. I don't really care why you join, just so long as you do. Because if you don't, this whole thing will be a snooze cruise from start to finish. I need you kiddos to prevent this battle from being too one-sided.
The hell do you mean by that?
The Guild's the only one in this brawl that's going to be fighting for the common man. If we add you to the mix, however, it'll make for a more balanced blend. A recipe that's made for chaos. Oh, and should you happen to run into us, I'd like you to come at me knives out, and ready to cut me into a million little pieces. I'm very much into that sort of thing.
Hey, there's children in this room. You don't need to talk about your fetishes. You are one masochistic bastard. Well, we got our reasons for chasing Almada down, so we're not opposed to doing this on the side. First, we need to get one thing straight. I got a hunch you guys have some connection to either Almada or the Gardens. To spill it, what kind of relationship does Ouroboros have with them?
Huh.
I don't know. The Gardens are kind of like their, training camp.
Well,
their
it
farm
isn't
team.
A close one, if that's what you're wondering. We haven't exactly been keeping in touch as of late, but your hunch is on point. We do have a connection with the Gardens.
You see, the two of us were once part of the Order of the Moonlight Horse, an organization of assassins. 14 years ago, Ouroboros destroyed the Order, but they extended a hand to the two of us and brought us into the fold. Although they did not do the same for many of its other members, the society is a small group of elites, and they only accept the best and brightest.
Yeah, plus SETI.
Fortune had not abandoned them, however. Shortly after, another villainous group was nearly wiped out in a major operation.
My companion here herded the lost sheep of both groups and let them form their own flock.
Wait. You don't mean ... Huh.
Has it already been 14 years? Time sure flies when you're having fun. And the Society has offered me a wealth of entertainment.
I mean, that's a high quality ass cigar, man. He's been smoking that shit for like 15 minutes now. Editor's note, I have no clue how long cigars last. From the data available to Marduk, there's only one operation that matches her story. I really hope it's what I'm thinking of. Tell me the group y'all are talking about isn't ...
It's exactly as you think. The DG cult.
Okay, is it time to figure out if I'm fucking right if I instantly guess that Van was one of the experimented on people because I'm probably the smartest person who's ever existed?
You know the ones. The devil worshippers that spread chaos across the Republic and the continent as a whole.
No way. I've heard about those fiends from Sal. And I heard about them from my Grammy.
I brought the remnants of the Moonlight Horse and the DG cult together and set them loose on the world.
Kind of a dick move.
That's how the gardens were created. They find seeds that are scattered by the wind and grow them into fresh assassins that are ripe for the picking. Had I left them alone, the founding members would have rotted away, and their budding talent would have died on the vine. But by mixing the leftovers of the cult and the order, I created a chemical reaction more potent than my wildest imagination could have conjured. I gave that one domino a little push, and look at all the tragedies and pain that befell the world.
How could you? This is all your fault. Take back what I said earlier. You're not just a masochistic bastard, you're also a sadistic monster. I mean, so that makes... He didn't really give me much of a masochist vibe.
Can't say you're wrong. My colleagues, like the Wellspring Alchemist and the Professor, never go far enough for my tastes. But that's humanity for you. No one's the same. We've all got our own desires that make us tick.
Those things that make you tick just so happen to tick me off. Oh no, Van's ticked off. Give what you want us to do, though. It also comes at the perfect time, given Dingo's last request. Van? Don't like the idea of getting involved with these shitheads, but you might be right. This gathering will include Marduk, Heiyue, the Guild, and many other formidable groups. Loath as I am to admit it, we may require their aid if we are to force our way inside. Surely there's another way. I do not want to help a pair of cold-blooded killers.
Oh, you do not need to think of it as helping us. You may instead think of it as entering a mutually beneficial relationship, where our goal is simply to use one another for our own ends.
I mean, I guess you could also think of it as like, okay, if we're going in there instead of them, then, you know, it's less dangerous for the general populace.
I can take charge of laying the groundwork for the requests you'll get at the city. Those will keep you plenty busy.
Well, I guess they're still gonna be there, because he did talk about us fighting him, but I don't know. They won't have to go out as much.
I'll even throw in a couple that'll give you a real thrill.
As long as you don't slip a trap or two in them.
My. They really don't trust you, do they?
Anyway, sounds like we have ourselves a deal. Oh, almost forgot the other reason I came to this little office. Here's that souvenir I mentioned earlier.
Are you sure it's safe?
If you're worried about radiation, don't be. The professor, our technical expert, looked into the matter, and he found no traces of it whatsoever.
Telling you, nuclear bombs are a myth.
The three disciples are probably racking their brains about that mystery this very moment.
There's no radioactive contamination, but all the theories we have suggest perhaps they don't apply because the bomb was detonated in a non-traditional manner? Yeah, that's it. Or, you know, at this point, why isn't it just any random super weapon that we just made up? I'm so lost. Hang on a sec, you nabbed the camera for the authorities, locked the scene down? Well, that's how you managed to get there ahead of the cops, because if I heard the answer, you'd leave in this room with a big old black eye.
Ooh, scary.
In our hands now, Dingo.
Guess we'll be off. We wouldn't want to overstay our welcome now, would we? I can hardly wait to see how you and those relics of yours will liven things up.
Knows about the Genesis? Honestly, everyone knows about the Genesis at this point. Haven't got a clue what you're on about. So you gonna tell us where we're going or not?
Why don't you ask the defanged lion? I've done enough talking for one day.
Brother, you've been waiting 9 games to get your monologue.
Well then, have a lovely rest of your day.
I actually remember when he gets first, like, they first name dropped the Oathbreaker. I guess probably at least in, like, the Sky 3 scene. I don't know if they call him that, but... Glad you were here, Master. That'll gonna keep my cool otherwise. Nonsense. You would have handled things just fine on your own. Held your ground well against them, grown to a fearless leader in my absence. I think you're giving me too much credit. Alright guys, I'm gonna ask that you all stay here. I'm going solo on this one. Absolutely. Can we just not even do this anymore? Anytime... Alright. JRPG writers... Anytime you write a scene where the main character says, I'm going solo on this one, and then all the characters have to say, no, you're not, and then he's like, but I want to go solo, and then they say, no, you're not, and then he's like, fine, I guess you can come too. Like, just don't do it anymore. Alright? Moratorium on that shit. But why? It's too dangerous. This is their turf, and everyone there will be playing by their rules. There's no telling what'll happen there. I can be a lot more flexible from my home. I can make an exception for Master if you're gonna need his help at least. I mean, if you're like, Fairy and Catcher can't come, alright, that's at least somewhat understandable. And then they're gonna be like, but we want to come. And he's like, no, but we want to come. Alright, fine, you can come. But it's just ridiculous. Figure right, that's why I came in the first place. Don't get me wrong, I don't think of y'all as a burden. This is just the best division of labor. I need to gather info, be the point of contact for other groups, work with the guild, and... slap his ass? Okay. Having them just ignore him is a kind of a funny twist on it.
You done flapping your gums yet? Good, because I stopped listening when I heard the words, "It's too dangerous."
I appreciate that you're worried about us, I really do. However...
We all have our reasons for wanting to go along with you. Mine is to ensure the nuclear devices can never again be used for malicious means.
Marduk considers this crisis to be a matter of grave concern, so it is only logical that I also accompany you.
Shut up about Marduk.
You said it yourself. I'm not even a part-timer here to begin with, which means you can't order me around. I'm a phantom thief, so I'm gonna steal this show whether you like it or not.
Hashtag not my phantom thief. Come on, you guys.
I haven't been stealing my nerves all this time for nothing. I'm not letting anything get between me and my sweet, sweet revenge. Even if you fire me, I'll just hitch a ride with Heiyue instead.
And I'd try to join up with the warriors of Kruga. I would really rather go with everyone here, though.
I feel like you'd have a harder time getting the warriors of Kruga to take you back.
I want to tackle this thing head on, the Spriggan way. Naturally, I would like to accompany you as well. Not just because of the Genesis, though I'll admit that is a factor. More importantly, I feel this conflict is born from the source of Calvard's turmoil, the distortions in the everyday world I know and the underworld. If my feeling is correct, then I want... No, must see this through to its conclusion. I recognize this may be a harrowing experience for me, but even so, I am determined to confront the harsh realities that lie in wait. So take me with you, Van. Please.
Agnes.
Wow.
Something I know it ended like this one way or another. Unlike a few, though, the trouble isn't happening on a weekend or a school trip. You're going to play hooky.
I know, and I do feel guilty about it. Still, I have a plan in mind, so don't worry.
You think you can just write in a note, my father owns the country. I don't need to go to school. And they're like, ah, shit, what can we say to that, man? Excused absence. Starting to think I'm a bad influence. Alternate version of that joke, they try and count you absent. You just send them a note that says your ass isn't going to get to go on the space arc when shit goes down. And they're like, alright, excused absence. Make sure you get paid in advance. That way, we'll have the mirror for the bribes and hush money.
I wasn't planning on going that far.
Wow, Van's right. He really is a bad influence on you.
Okay then. Now that we've got all that squared away, mind sharing the location of the base?
Right. We need to know where they are so we can kick their sorry butts.
Very well then. The base of operations is located in the third largest city in the Republic, as well as its oldest. It is also the place where the terrorists of Calvert get much of their funding.
Like doing population statistics. Oh, which one's the third largest now?
The old city capital, Rossion.
Now, I do wonder if this is going to be our transition to the final chapter. Because this kind of feels like they're about to cut and be like, end of chapter, and then you start the finale.
That is where they have set the stage for their carnival of chaos.
Damn, he's good.
Those are impressive results.
Bergard Zeman. I may have lost my life once, but that alone would never be enough to stop me.
He's been recruited, background unknown, 69 years old. His address is in Old Town. Bergard has joined Arcade Solutions. Then we gotta, like, I don't know, pay out federal, like, medical insurance. Gotta go on Medicare, the Calvardian equivalent.